to the widow, not only to test and strengthen her faith, but as we go along, we can see that Elijah was also sent to the widow. Hy sien het afgesterf, and he prayed over the son, and then he was brought back to life. And that we call faith. Um, I would like to message my title this morning. When faith gets tired, remember who God is, and also remember who God has always been. I want to take the story of Elijah a bit further. So it's in 1 Kings 18, verse 23, where God sends Elijah this time to a king named Ahab. And after 3 years, God sent him to the king and instructed him to go and no longer hide from the king. So we can come to the conclusion that Elijah was, to an extent, afraid of the king. En die Here sê vir Elia, gaan en moenie meer langer vir jou wegsteek nie. And in 1 Kings 18 verse 23, it reads as follow. Bring nou vir ons 2 bulle. Hulle kan vir hulle een bul kies en hom op sy en op die hout uitlê. Maar hulle moet dit nie aan die brand steek nie. En sal dieselfde doen met die ander bul. Ek sal hom op die hout uitlê, maar dit ook nie aan die brand steek nie. Dan moet julle tot julle God bid en ek sal tot die Here bid. Hy wat met vuur antwoord is God. Vers 26 sê, hulle neem toe die bul wat hy hulle laat kies het en maak hom gereed. Hulle bid toe tot Baal en roep van die môre af tot die middag toe. Baal antwoord ons. Daar was nie 'n geluid van hom af nie. Niemand het geantwoord nie. Hoe hulle ook al vir Baal gedans het by die altaar wat hulle gemaak het. Toe sê Elia vir die hele volk, kom staan hier by my. En hulle het almal by hom gestaan. Hy het 12 klippe gevat, net soveel as die stamme van die nageslag van Jakob, vir wie die Here gesê het, jou naam sal Israel wees. Met die klippe het hy die altaar van die Here reggemaak en 'n behoorlike sloot daar rondom gegrawe. Toe sit hy die hout reg, sny die bil stukkend en lê dit op die hout. Toe beveel hy: maak 4 kruike vol water en gooi dit uit op die brandoffer en op die hout. Daarna sê hy: doen dit weer. En hulle het dit nog 'n keer gedoen. Toe sê hy: doen dit 'n derde keer. En hulle het weer so gemaak. So sê soos almal weet, wanneer ons water op hout gooi, it takes time. It vat tyd om aan die brand te steek. But Elijah had this crazy faith of saying, gooi water op die hout, doen dit sommer weer, doen dit sommer 'n derde keer. And this is the crazy faith of Elijah that I want to speak about this morning. Um, in verse 38 it says, toe kom daar 'n vuur van die Here af, en dit verbrand die offer, die hout, die klippe en die grond. Dat het selfs die water in die sloot opgelek. And this morning, I want to put the emphasis on that because that is the God that we serve. The God that literally nie net het die offer aan die brand gesteek nie, maar die hout en die klippe en die grond. In daai situation, ons sou natuurlik gedink het dit is onmoontlik. Maar die Here is net die Here and he changed that whole situation en onmiddellik moes hulle die Here daar net daar geaanbid het. And the sad part is, or the part that I want to speak about this morning is, Elijah heard that Jezebel was looking for him to kill him, and Elijah fled. He sat under a tree and said, this is enough now, Lord. Take my life, for I am no better than my forefathers. And this morning, I want to ask you, how many times do we find ourselves sitting under the tree of our little faith? How many times do we find ourselves sitting under the tree of our circumstances or the shadow that makes us forget hoe goed die Here werklik vir ons was? And while Elijah was sitting there under the tree of little faith, God did not abandon him. God showed up and God sent an angel to Elijah. And the angel said, stand up, eat. Otherwise, the journey will be too long for you. En toe ek daai gedeelte lees, onmiddellik dink ek aan wat Suster Avril vir ons een oggend gesê het, and she mentioned something that if you fall back into rebellion, if you fall back into the worldly things, if you fall back into unbelief in this situation, that it becomes so hard to find your way back to God. And we struggle to find our way back to God, not because God moved away from us, but because we remain seated for too long. And so many times we prolong our own journey. And I want to mention that once again. So many times we prolong our own journey because of our little faith. Or sit onder die boom vir te lank because we know that God came through just last month. En hier staan ons twyfel in the God that just came through, not even last month, maybe last week. Elijah stood up and obeyed the Lord. He stood up, he ate and continued his journey. And later on, God asked Elijah, "What are you doing here?" And the emphasis is on what are you doing here? En ek glo en vertrou. There's so many moments that God asks us, what are you doing here? Um, toe ek die skrif ook deurgaan, dink ek aan 'n ouer of 'n vader wat miskien probeer vir 'n dogter of seun sê that you are enough. Why are you doubting yourself? Hoekom glo jy so min in jouself ten spyte van wat hulle by die skool sê, ten spyte van wat hulle in die kerk en sê, you are enough. Why are you doubting in yourself? And the frustration that it takes for a parent om daai te sien, um, Sister Tracy sien miskien die potensiaal in Abby and but she's not seeing it in herself. And the frustration that it takes because don't you see yourself? Don't you see what I'm seeing? How is it that you are questioning yourself and say, "Praat, I am not enough." Let's say that van my. How is it? So just imagine. I want you guys to just think about it for a moment. Hoeveel te meer moet God nie voel, knowing that um Shanae, I brought you through this. Why are you doubting me? I have shown myself so faithful. Why are you still doubting in me? And this morning, I want to encourage each and everyone that God is not a man that he shall lie. He is the God of overflow. And I want to emphasize that once again. He is the God of overflow. Like we saw in 1 Kings 18 verse 38. Nie net het die Here die brandoffer aan die brand gesteekie, nie net het die hout aan die brand gesteekie, maar selfs die klippe en die grond. And that is the God that we serve. If we are not moved by that, then I really don't know. Um, he asks us daily, do you really think that your pain, your delay, or your situation is in vain? Do you really think that your pain, your situation is in vain? And I want to end off by saying the following. Just as he called Elijah to stand up and continue the journey, God is calling us to rise from a place of doubt, to rise from a place of fear and little faith. And Pastor mentioned something, and he said dit julle regtig gedink. Die oortrek is net van oortrek. And Wednesday Pastor also mentioned something that the new season is not only for the church, but it is for us as individuals as well. God is asking us, what are you doing here this morning? What are you doing here this morning? And He is inviting us to new beginnings, deeper trust in Him, and renew faith. As we choose to stand up, as we choose to keep our eyes shifted on the Lord, or to turn our faces back to the Lord and trust Him wholeheartedly, we can be confident that the same God who has brought us thus far, not only in our personal journey, not only in our personal lives, but with the church as well, the same God who has brought us thus far is the same God who will unfold the promise that He made to the man of God. He will unfold it and that would come into fulfillment. Amen.